Gemini, you are not in front of these words by chance, child of the wind and of mirrors. It is no coincidence that your eyes rest upon this message in this precise instant. The universe, with its invisible and perfect web, has drawn paths of threads of light that flow into your heart. Do not doubt it, Gemini. There is a design in motion, and what you will now read is an echo of your own destiny. It is a seed that already dwells in you but needed to be named to awaken. Nothing happens by accident. Even the faintest whisper of air that enters your window is charged with purpose. Feel it. Breathe deeply. Let these words be like clear water falling upon ancient stones, cleansing, revealing, opening portals. It is shown to me that your arrival here occurs because there is an invisible pact between your soul and the forces that protect you. I feel the presence of guardians who watch over you from planes your mind barely remembers in dreams, ancestors who murmured your name before you were born, energies that have followed your steps even when you yourself thought you were lost. You have asked for a sign, even if in silence, even if with a discreet tear, even if only with that strange emptiness in your chest when night falls. And today that sign is fulfilled in words. Today life responds. Today you are given what you asked for without naming it. Do you recognize it? I begin with a warning, because every true revelation first comes with the clarity of that which hinders you. It would not be loving to speak to you only of promises without also showing you the chains that still restrain you. There are disguised presences in your life, some with a human face, others in the form of dark thoughts. There are those who smile in front of you, but inside they tremble at the sight of your flight. They do not hate you, but your expansion reminds them of their own limitations. And unknowingly, some attempt to slow your advance with small phrases, with doubts sown at the exact moment you were about to leap. Have you noticed how, every time you name a dream, a nearby voice arises that says, "Better wait, it's not the time, be careful"? That is not coincidence. They are echoes of fear disguised as prudence. And you, Gemini, who analyze everything and think 1,000 times, run the risk of adopting those fears as if they were your own. But listen, the most powerful chains are not those that bind your hands, but those that convince your mind it cannot. That is why your battle is more internal than external. The shadow that appears with the face of a friend is, in reality, a projection of the inner critic you inherited from old voices. I see it clearly. That hidden enemy who judges you is an echo, a residue. It does not belong to your essence, but to a past that has already completed its cycle. Ask yourself, how long will you continue repeating as your own phrases that someone else placed in you? How long will you give power to judgments that were not born from your heart? The tarot opens before me, and the card of the moon appears, mysterious, with its veils of shadow and reflection. She speaks of illusions, of misleading paths, of masks that must fall. Not all that glitters is gold. Not all company is loyal. And beside her arises justice, with her luminous balance and straight sword. That combination is powerful. It means that secrets are revealed, veils fall, what was crooked is straightened. The hidden enemies who disguise themselves today will soon show themselves transparently, and you will not need to fight them. Life itself will take charge of showing who walks in truth and who hides in shadows. Meanwhile, you must remember that you are not alone. Within you there is a Gemini fire that does not go out. You are air, yes, but air that carries seeds, air that refreshes, air that sweeps storms away and opens skies. The enemy believes you are inconsistent, fragile, that your duality divides you. They do not understand that your duality is your strength, that you are a bridge between worlds, that you can look with two different eyes and comprehend what others cannot see. That is your blessing and your test. If you embrace your two faces, no shadow will defeat you. Now let me reveal something else. Divine justice is not punishment, it is balance. You have given much without receiving in equal measure. You have sown in fields where you were not always honored. And though you thought all was lost, the seed is intact underground. The universe does not forget. What you gave will return, multiplied, but not from the same hands that took it, rather through new paths. Do not seek justice in the place of the wound, for there you will only find emptiness. Justice will arrive in unexpected ways. A proposal, an encounter, a project that seemed dead and resurrects. And when it comes, you will know it is not chance, but compensation. I want to give you now a sacred decree. Read it, breathe it, repeat it, engrave it in your memory like a mantra that cleans and opens paths. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. These words are key, sword, balm. Repeat them at dawn, when your throat still vibrates with the voice of dreams. Repeat them at night, when doubt wants to visit you. Repeat them when someone tries to sow shadow in your heart. This decree is not only defense, it is also a magnet of blessings. Say it with me right now. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. Gemini, you have lately felt signs that seemed small, but were coded messages. That delay that seemed an obstacle, in reality, prevented you from arriving at the wrong place. That person who left without explanation, in reality, opened space for someone who truly vibrates with you. That apparent mistake you made, in reality, moved you toward a better path. None of it was error. All of it was guidance. And here lies the secret. The universe speaks to you in whispers, not always in shouts. Do you hear it? Are you willing to interpret the language of coincidences? I know you doubt yourself. I see it in your energy. At times you believe you lack clarity, that your thoughts go in all directions and you cannot concentrate. But what you call dispersion is, in reality, a dance of possibilities. Your mind is fertile, too fertile at times. The challenge is to focus that fertility like a laser beam, not like a sun dispersing in all directions. And that is exactly what this stage of your life asks of you. Focus, decision, conscious choice. You can no longer be on all paths. You must choose one and walk it with faith. Before closing this first part, let me give you a simple and powerful magical act. Each morning, place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your throat. Breathe deeply and say aloud 3 times. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. Feel how your body responds, how your energy aligns. It is like lighting a beacon in the middle of the fog. And when the fog dissipates, you will see that the path was always there, waiting for you. I now ask you to make a conscious pact with your future. Write in the comments this phrase as a decree. I turn my life 180 degrees toward the light. By writing it, you declare that you are ready to leave behind what weighs, what limits, what no longer belongs. And as a way of thanking the universe for having brought you here, give the video a like. You do it not only to support, but as an act of commitment to yourself. In doing so, you declare that you open yourself to receive more messages, more signs, more everyday miracles. It is a pact with your destiny. Here I end the first part of your reading, Gemini. The universe has shown you the shadows that surround you, the hidden enemies who disguise themselves as counsel, the divine justice already moving in your favor, and the decree that is your key to liberation. What comes will be even deeper. Revelations of justice, paths of abundance, promises of true love. The journey is only beginning, and you have already taken the first step. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. It is no coincidence that you keep reading, Gemini. I repeat it with the certainty of one who sees the cards spread. Your soul has brought you here because it knows that the second revelation is essential to understand the magnitude of what you are living. The universe does not repeat messages in vain. If you are here, it is because the first was already sown in you, and now the seed needs water, fire, and wind to grow. Feel in your chest how this message vibrates like a distant drum announcing an inevitable awakening. Breathe, because what you will now read is revelation and destiny intertwined. The tarot opens again and justice appears in the center. This time more luminous, more firm. Beside her, Judgment and the Sun. This combination is powerful, prophetic, inescapable. It means that what is hidden comes to light, buried truths emerge, pending accounts are settled, that which seemed eternal injustice is corrected under a higher order. It is not vengeance, Gemini, it is balance. Life does not seek your suffering, it seeks your clarity. And for that it needs to show you where you gave away your power and where it is time to reclaim it. You have gone through trials that seem to repeat like endless cycles. I know it. I see it in your energy. Situations that change scenery, change faces, but always seem to lead you to the same outcome. Distrust, exhaustion, the feeling of giving more than you receive. Why does it repeat so much? Because there was a lesson not yet assimilated. That lesson is clear. You are not responsible for carrying those who refuse to stand up. You are not guilty for shining. You do not have to beg for love where it should flow naturally. Until now you have confused loyalty with sacrifice, and that kept you tied to invisible chains. But justice arrives and cuts. The sword rests upon those bonds and undoes them. And what remains in you is freedom. Listen carefully. The most cunning enemy is the inner voice that repeats that you must wait, that it is not yet the time, that you need to be stronger, more prepared, more perfect. That voice is an echo of ancient wounds. But justice tells you, you are already ready. The moment is not tomorrow, it is today. The universe does not expect you to be perfect to give you the blessing. It expects you to be authentic. And your authenticity is already enough. Don't you feel it? Each time you speak from your truth, even trembling, something in the air changes. Something in your environment settles. That is the power you always had. Let me give you a vision. I see a path surrounded by ancient columns, like an eternal temple. At the end of that path, there is a golden door that slowly opens. You do not need a key, because you are the key. You have already gone through the necessary trials. And although obstacles remain, your vibration is the signal that opens doors. That vision is metaphor and spiritual reality. The temple is you, the columns are the experiences that support you, and the door is the destiny now opening. Do not linger in the ruins of what was. Walk toward the door. At this point, it is vital that you remember your decree. Repeat with me, internally or aloud, with all your strength. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. That is your sword. Each time you pronounce it, you clear a layer of doubt, undo a shadow, attract clarity. This decree is not ornament. It is ritual, it is weapon, it is medicine. Carry it with you, whisper it in moments of fear, write it on paper and keep it beneath your pillow. You do not know the magnitude of the power you awaken when you pronounce it with faith. I know you fear betrayal. I feel it vibrating in your field. You have had disappointments, people you trusted who showed their true face. That wound still beats. But listen well. Justice will not allow you to continue surrounded by masks. This is a time in which truth will show itself even without you seeking it. A casual comment, an unexpected gesture, a conversation that reaches your ears will reveal what you needed to know. And far from hurting you, it will free you. Because you will no longer have to sustain half relationships, hollow promises, false alliances. The truth may hurt for an instant, but then it gives eternal peace. Do you prefer the comfort of the lie or the freedom of the truth? Now let us speak of signs. You have been receiving symbols, though at times you dismiss them as coincidences. Feathers in your path, repeated numbers on clocks, dreams so real you wake with tears or smiles. Do not ignore them. They are direct messages from your guides. The universe speaks to you in the language of synchronicity, and if you learn to listen, you will never feel lost again. Next time you see a sign, stop, breathe, ask within, what do you want to show me? And the answer will come, perhaps not in words, but in intuitions, in sensations, in sudden certainties. Trust those certainties, for they are compass. I want to pause a moment on your capacity for transformation. Gemini is a mutable sign, air that changes, that adapts, that flows. That is your blessing, but also your test. At times you adapt so much that you forget your original form. You change to fit, to not inconvenience, to please. But justice reminds you, your mission is not to fit, it is to expand. Do not soften your edges to fit in small molds. Do not dim your light to avoid dazzling. Whoever loves you will love you whole, not in pieces. Whoever wants your presence will know how to receive your brightness. And if someone walks away because your light unsettles them, bless and release. Because that space will open for someone who does vibrate with you. I also see financial tests along your path. You have felt you give much effort without seeing proportional fruit. Work, money, projects seem to delay more than fair. But what I see now is different. I see movement, agreements, contracts, opportunities that were not previously available. And all because justice moves pieces in your favor. Perhaps it will not come from where you expected. Perhaps not from the hands that seem to hold power. But it will come. And when it comes, you will know it was life itself that arranged it. Prepare to receive, but also to discern. Not all that comes is blessing. Some offers will be tests in disguise. How to distinguish them? Simple. Ask yourself if they expand your light or dim it. The answer will be clear. There is a subtler enemy I want to reveal to you. Haste. That impulse of yours to want immediate results, to despair if things take a little longer. That haste robs you of energy, prevents you from enjoying the process. Justice teaches you active patience, to trust while you work, to wait while you sow, to walk even if you do not see the whole map. The fruit will come in its perfect time, neither before nor after. And when it comes, it will be so abundant that you will understand the wait was worth it. At this point, I want you to do a small exercise of faith. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize before you a closed chest. That chest contains the blessings that belong to you. True love, abundance, peace, joy. Now imagine you have a key in your hand. What do you need to do to open the chest? Nothing more than to pronounce your decree. Do it now. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. Feel how the key turns, how the chest opens, how a warm light envelopes your body. That is the promise fulfilled. That is the abundance already approaching. Do not ignore the dreams you have in these days. They will be full of important symbols. Keep a notebook by your bed and write what you remember upon waking, even if only fragments. There will be clues of what you must release, of what is about to arrive, of the correct decisions. Your guides will use that channel because your conscious mind sometimes doubts too much. The dream will be the bridge, the indirect word that goes straight to the soul. And before closing the second part, I want to remind you of something essential. Justice is not only for you, it also flows through you. When you choose truth, when you act with integrity, you become a channel of justice for others. Your words, your example, your energy bring balance to those around you. Do not underestimate your influence. At times your presence alone is enough for someone else to find clarity. That too is part of your mission. You do not arrive here by inertia. Gemini. You know it in your chest. You are here because the universe insists, because your soul continues to demand its message, and because your heart has said yes to hearing what it once preferred to ignore. There is no chance in the path of the spirit, only synchronicities. You have arrived because your destiny called you by your true name, the one not spoken on human lips but sung by the stars every night. And in that song it is revealed to you that it is time to transform, to turn completely, to leave behind the old like a snake shedding its dry skin to be reborn in new brilliance. Listen, transformation is never smooth, but it is always sacred. When the caterpillar feels it is about to die, in reality it is being born a butterfly. You have felt that sensation of symbolic death these months. projects that did not prosper, friendships that dissolved, illusions that fell like dry leaves. None of that was loss. It was metamorphosis. The universe was dismantling your old cocoon so that your true form could unfold its wings. And although it hurt, today you understand you could not continue carrying so much weight. The previous cycle was school. This new one is flight. I clearly see in your energy a duality that has manifested as internal struggle. The part of you that wants to move forward and the part that clings to the past. One half that cries out for freedom and another that fears letting go. It is the eternal play of chains and wings. And here is where the decree takes its greatest strength. For it is the blade of the sword that cuts from the root. Repeat with me with all your faith. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. Do it 3 times, not as empty echo, but as hammer that demolishes walls. With each repetition you feel the invisible snap of chains breaking, of patterns dissolving, of fears that no longer belong to you. That is the magic of the word. It creates, destroys, renews. You have felt fear of change, even if you deny it. And how could you not? Change is vertigo. It is abyss. But tell me, is it not in the abyss where you learn to fly? Is it not there where your wings unfold? I assure you, the leap is not into darkness. It is into a dawn already awaiting you. All that is moving now in your life, the ruptures, the farewells, the sudden beginnings, is arranged to lead you to that leap. Do not resist. Resistance hurts more than change. Flow is your ally, rigidity your enemy. Flow, Gemini, like the air you are. I see that your spirit has asked for signs of confirmation. And the universe, generous as it is, has given them. Repetitions of numbers, encounters with people you thought lost, dreams with luminous symbols, songs that appear at the exact moment. None of that is coincidence. They are winks from the divine, reminders that you do not walk alone. Each sign is an invisible embrace that says, "Continue, do not fear, we are with you." So the next time you see that repeated hour on the clock, do not dismiss it. Smile, give thanks, and move forward. Now, I want you to feel the power of the written word. Declare in the comments this decree. I turn my life 180 degrees toward the light. It is not only writing it is signing a sacred contract with yourself. It is looking at the universe and saying, I commit to change, I commit to release, I commit to open. And as an act of gratitude, remember what I already told you. Give the video a like, not as a mechanical gesture, but as a ritual of commitment. It is your way of saying, thank you, I receive, I open to more. Thus, with one single click, you close one circle and open another. I want to speak to you now of love, because I know your heart has asked for it in silence. The love that comes for you is not play, is not mask, is not crumbs. It is true love, the one that sees your duality and embraces it, the one that celebrates your brightness without wanting to overshadow it. But to receive it, you must first release the remnants of old loves, those memories still occupying space in your soul. As long as you keep ghosts in your heart, there will be no room for living presence. And life cannot place you in new hands if you are still holding on to old chains. Make that morning, release, forgive, open space. The universe does not tolerate emptiness. As soon as you open, the new will arrive. And when it does, you will know the wait was worth it. In work and money, your transformation will also be evident. There will be sudden changes, unexpected opportunities, shifts of direction, proposals arriving from places you did not imagine. Some of those turns may seem unstable at first, but trust. It is life moving you to the correct stage. You have been in environments that no longer vibrate with you, and that is felt. Fatigue, lack of motivation, sense of not fitting in. It is because your soul asks for more. And the universe responds. Prepare to jump into new projects, perhaps even with people you do not yet know. The wheel turns, and now it turns in your favor. But do not forget something essential. Your spiritual energy is the fuel of all this. It is not only about working harder or seeking outwardly. It is about strengthening your interior. You need moments of silence, of connection, of personal ritual. It does not matter how you do it. Meditation, prayer, writing, walking in nature. What matters is that you connect with your center, because from there everything is ordered. If you neglect your spirit, the rest falters. If you strengthen it, the rest flows. Make your life a living altar. Each conscious action, each honest word, each loving gesture is offering to the universe. And the universe returns it with abundance. I know that at times you think it is already too late to begin anew, that you lost too much time, that others are further ahead. But listen well. There is no delay in the soul. Everything occurs at the perfect time. You do not arrive late. You arrive right on time. And what seemed delay was actually preparation. You were maturing in silence. And now you are ready to bloom. Don't you feel it? That restlessness that does not let you stay still, that sensation that something great is about to arrive, is your spirit announcing its rebirth. And nothing and no one can stop it. Allow me to repeat the decree once more, because repetition is deep sowing. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. Say it, engrave it, let it resonate. This decree is the axis of your transformation, the chant that breaks ancient spells, the beacon that guides your steps. Make it yours, live it, integrate it. And each time you pronounce it, remember, you are choosing to be free. I close this third part with a vision. I see you standing before a mirror. In that mirror appears your reflection, but it is not you in this present. It is your future version, more luminous, more fulfilled, more secure. That version smiles at you and extends its hand. It is your destiny calling you. It is your best version awaiting you. And the only thing you need to cross that threshold is to say, yes. Will you say yes, Gemini? Will you dare to take the hand of your future? The universe has already decided. Now it is your turn. Gemini, if you have come this far, it is not because you have time to spare nor because curiosity has held you. It is because your spirit has recognized the voice of truth in every word. You know it. This message is not coincidence. It is a sacred pact between your soul and the universe. You have gone through the warnings, you have seen the hidden enemies, you have felt the sword of justice, and you have repeated the decrees that break chains. Now it is time to see the fulfilled promise, to open your hands and receive what always belonged to you. Because victory is already written in your destiny, and the only thing left was for you to claim it. The tarot speaks again, and in its display appears the world, radiant, followed by the sun and the chariot. 3 cards of triumph, of success, of expansion. This means that the paths open, that what seemed closed now flows, that you advance with sure step toward achievements you once only dreamed of. The world announces closure of cycles, victory after battle, recognition after effort. The sun brings clarity, joy, warmth, the certainty that you no longer walk in shadow. And the chariot propels you forward with strength, decision, and clear direction. Do you see it? Destiny does not ask you for doubts. It asks you for celebration. Now it is time to speak to you of love with the clarity you deserve. Your sentimental trials have been intense, and many times you have felt you gave more than you received. But the cycle changes. The love that arrives is clean, honest, transparent. If you are in a relationship, trust will be reborn. There will be conversations that heal wounds and open space to true tenderness. If you are single, someone approaches who does not play with half-truths, someone who sees in you the Gemini duality and celebrates it. This love will not come disguised as tests or shadows. It will come as light, as refuge, as embrace that does not ask you to shrink. It will be love of true mirror, in which you will see yourself more complete than ever. In finances, victory is also written. Paths of prosperity open, contracts are signed, projects flourish. Money flows with more stability, but not by chance, but because you have already learned to value your time, your energy, and your talent. You no longer give yourself away to the first who asks. Now you choose where to invest your light. And that choice attracts abundance. There will be unexpected opportunities, even proposals coming from distant places or people you did not imagine. Do not dismiss anything immediately. Listen, analyze, feel. Your intuition will tell you which is the correct path. And when you take it, you will see how abundance multiplies. In work, recognition arrives. That silent effort you made, those ideas that seemed ignored, now come to light. Your voice will be heard, your projects valued. There may even be changes of position, promotions, or invitations to lead. Do not fear responsibility. Remember that you were born to communicate, to guide, to open paths. Trust your word, because it will be your most powerful tool in this time. Speak with clarity, say what you think, share what you know. The universe will place people on your path who need your voice as a beacon. Your spiritual energy will be higher than ever if you cultivate connection. Make your life a simple ritual. Give thanks upon waking, give thanks before sleep, light a candle from time to time, place a glass of clean water as symbol of purity, breathe consciously at least once a day. You do not need grand ceremonies. The sacred lies in the simple. And the more you honor those small acts, the more the doors of the invisible will open. You will feel the presence of guides, of angels, of ancestors who accompany you. You are not alone, you never were, but now you will feel it strongly. Gemini, listen well. Your power colors in this time are yellow and white. Yellow to ignite joy, mental clarity, prosperity. White to attract peace, purity, and connection with the divine. Use them in your clothing, in objects, in candles, in everything you can. Let those colors be visible reminders of the energy that accompanies you. Your lucky numbers are 3, 5, and 9. The 3 speaks of communication, creativity, and expansion. The 5 of changes, freedom, and adventure. The 9 of culmination, closure of cycles, and wisdom. You will see these numbers repeat on clocks, receipts, dates. When they appear, smile and remember. They are signs that the universe tells you you are doing well, trust. And before closing, I must repeat to you for the third and last time the decree that will be your banner in this stage. Pronounce it with me, with firm voice, with ardent faith. I choose the light, I break the chains, and I walk in truth. May it be engraved in your cells, inscribed in your soul, resound in your life. This decree is key, is pact, is victory. Make it yours and let it guide each step. Now, as I already told you before, write in the comments this phrase as decree. I turn my life 180 degrees toward the light. Write it with conviction, as signature of a sacred pact with yourself. And remember, as a way of thanking the universe for having received these signs and this decree, give the video a like. Thus you not only support us, but you also commit yourself to open to receiving more messages from the universe to improve your life. Do it with joy, like one who offers at the altar. Gemini, I close this message with a maternal embrace that envelopes you like a mantle of stars. You are not alone, you never were. The universe conspires in your favor. Justice backs you, love awaits you, abundance seeks you. Walk with faith, for your destiny is victory. When in doubt, return to these words, and remember that this reading was not coincidence. It was the universe whispering in your ear, just at the moment you most needed it. May the light accompany you, may the chains fall, may your truth shine. With profound love, I say goodbye to you with this certainty. The best is yet to come.